Hey y'all, hey, welcome to But Also, the real talk podcast for real life moments. I'm your host, G Dazzle. Some of y'all know me as G Daz, but most of y'all just call me G, your girl, your friend, your sis, who is here to keep it real with you. Now, this podcast is all about diving into life's moments that don't always fit into a neat little box because life isn't always black and white. Here, we talk about the gray. So, both sides of the coin where two truths can exist, those yes and moments of life, like fully embracing your Auntie-Unc spirit, but also feeling like, when did we become the new adults? Here, we keep it light, we keep it real, and we keep it all the way honest. So you'll get some laughs, a couple of kikis, and maybe even a moment or two where you say, dang, G, you're just gonna read my life like that? Yes. Yes, I am. Because we are all living the same life, boo. And that's okay. So whether you're out here trying to figure it all out, or just trying to make it through today, I got you. So let's talk about the highs, the lows, and all of the messy moments in between. All right, let's get into it. So, y'all, this topic has been heavy on my spirit lately. Millennials, I need y'all to tap in, like for real, because I got a question. When did we become the new adults in the room? Like, if there was a little in the room, and just for reference, a little is what I call kids. And so if there was a little in the room and they were told to go ask an adult for permission, guess who they're walking up to? Us. Like, who decided I was not only qualified to get permission, but also allowed to be unsupervised at that? Because I swear to you, in my head, I'm a cool 28. I'm a cool 28. But that illusion gets shattered every time someone comes up to me and calls me ma'am. Ma'am. And I'm like, excuse you? Excuse me? Excuse you. Watch your mouth. Who do you think you're talking to? Who are you calling ma'am? I know it's polite and I know it's respectful, but something about it makes me feel like I just aged 10 years in less than 10.5 seconds. And the level of emotions that I feel every time, being appalled, disrespected, audaced, the pure audacity of the ma'am, it's just too much, y'all. It's just too much. And I know I am not alone in this. Like, I really don't remember purchasing this thing called adulthood. In fact, truthfully, I'm still looking for the receipt because I think my subscription, it feels a little ghetto and I was hoping to return it. But it's so crazy because I used to think that adulthood would be like flipping on a switch. Like one day you wake up and everything makes sense. But nope, it is more like a slow morph. And then boom, adulthood. When I was young, adults made it seem that it was easy to take care of yourself, that you were automatically domesticated and already had the basic principles of adulting locked down and instilled. Like knowing how to clean, not straighten up, but a deep clean, or how to develop a budget, pay bills in a timely manner, and overall good financial management in general. And let's not even get into car and home maintenance, from understanding the importance of tire rotation and oil changes to cleaning out gutters and continual lawn care. Or, I'm going to say one of my personal favorites, trying to remember all of my medical history when I'm at the doctor's office without calling my mama. And taxes? Woo, child. Why did I think filing taxes would be straightforward when it's not? The way I be holding my breath, y'all, waiting to see if I owe the government money or if they owe me. Look, my anxiety just be peaking, child. But anywho, as I move on to the next subject here, then there's the whole thing about taking care of others. You know, the whole watching kids part, the taking care of your elders, and just making sure that everyone is fed and loved. Meanwhile, your girl over here, I couldn't even keep a plant alive. True story. I once, or twice, may have killed a succulent. And that is supposed to be the easiest plant on earth to maintain. And for those who know me, who really know me, they know that your girl got a black thumb. And taking care of plants is just not in my ministry. I've been gifted so many plants, and I can count on one hand how many of them have survived and how many of them just didn't make it. And blessed to those the ones that did. It didn't last long. So I always tell people, don't just the faith that y'all have in my planting skills, blessed. But it's not my ministry, y'all. It's not. And speaking of taking care of others, millennial parents, I really need y'all to stand up and take a bow because listen, keeping tiny humans alive daily is a whole job in itself. Now, although I don't have kids myself, I have countless god babies and many bonus nieces and nephews and fur pups that I now give a round of applause and standing ovation to their parents or guardians because as I stand on the sidelines, I can recognize their efforts for being there, for showing up for them, for pouring into them and guiding and nurturing them. So honestly, shout out to y'all as y'all are the real MVPs because not all heroes wear capes. They don't. So special round of applause for y'all. And don't even get me started on dating and relationships. Why did I think there would be a handbook included in this adulthood subscription? I just assumed that by this stage, people would have maturity, emotional intelligence, and communication skills locked down. Turns out, some of y'all still out here failing the group projects 101. But hey, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother episode. So stay tuned later for that one. But let's really talk on the other side, on the flip. Let's talk about this Auntie and Unc era because listen, I'm officially stepping into my auntie prime and I'm embracing all of it. I feel like I'm at the stage where I can either be your stepmother or your daughter in law. Like I'm either dating your daddy or I can holler at your son. Either way, it's cool with me. It is. But it's so funny because my friends stay calling me out for my auntie ways. Because let's talk about it. I know I'm not the only one stepping into this auntie era. I feel like there is a few telltale signs and I got a couple written out. So hold on, let me get my notes together real quick. Okay. So for the first one, 2 words. Storage solutions. And if a piece of you got excited like I did, then I know I am talking to my people. Anything that gives me more space without using more space to enhance my space for more space, like what? Stop playing with the kid, okay? HGTV me up because I am all about things and products that give me extra functionality in a multi-purpose way, okay? Like what? Give me the space. I want it. Show me how you can fold 18 different ways and put that into a box that fits into a circle that's perfect for a triangle, okay? All right. So, number 2. If you own multiple muumuus. Now, I better not hear any judgment on this one because muumuus are life. I will take comfort over everything. And here's the thing, easy, breezy, free, and flowy. And if muumuus are not one of the main outfits as part of your weekend cleaning wardrobe, is the house even clean? Is it really clean? Like it has to be a staple. And don't sleep. Your girl has many, many a muumuu. Her collection is strong. The muumuu game is strong. So don't sleep on me. All right. Now, number 3. Hydration is a non-negotiable, okay? I stay with a water tumbler. Like, I don't leave home without it. And if I do, my whole day is off. It's off kiltered. I'm just walking around this world, running errands, just being thirsty, dehydrated, and mad at myself for leaving my water tumbler at the crib. And let's be real. Like, the real true placement for the water tumbler, and if you're rocking with me, only the real really know this. They really feel me on this one. Is on the nightstand. Because waking up parched at 2 a.m. is not cute. I don't know when this happened in my adulthood where I just get real thirsty promptly between that 1 to 3 a.m. time frame in bed where it's just like I got to have the water tumbler in reach on the nightstand. Get me a few little sleep slips. That is a tongue twister. A few sips in my sleep, we'll just say it like that, to stay quenched. Like you got to have the beverage on the nightstand. And hold on, my brothers, my cousins, the sons out there. Hey, don't think I forgot about y'all. We not gonna forget about our unks, cause hey, my mans, you and your Uncle Prime, you here. And y'all got some telltale signs too. You do. I'm gonna bust a couple of them out. So for one, the Crocs and socks combo stays undefeated because y'all out here being comfortable. You're being comfortable. You need the toes to wiggle a little bit in the Crocs. Feel like you're walking on clouds. It's got to happen. Another one. Do you suddenly find yourself becoming the family barbecue expert? Like, have the barbecue tongs torch been passed over to you? Do you now remember the time where you used to run up to the grill to get your plate, but now you're the one manning the grill in those Crocs or that sandal socks combination with the smoke in your face? Are you now the one holding the golden barbecue tongs? Like you're in your uncle era. You're here. And here's another one. Here's one of my a favorite one of mine. Have you found yourself, unks? Have you certainly found yourself all of a sudden giving random life advice at every gathering? Do you feel the need that you got to drop a couple of gems and jewels upon the nieces and nephews, the young ones? Do you got to let them know, drop a little bit of knowledge on them? Is that you? Are you now the knowledge source? Do people now come to you for that advice, or do you just give it out? Like you got the stories now. You got the juice, Unc. I'm gonna give this one out for honorable mention because I've definitely heard this one a lot with a couple of my male friends. Did you, sir, all of a sudden go from young buck to OG? Mm, mm-mm. I know that one. I know there's some fellas out there that feel me on that one. You OG now. You went from young buck to OG. Hey OG, how you doing, OG? When did you become OG? OG is now your time. It's you. It is you. So I mean, get into it. Get into it, right? Because now we're the aunties and the unks. But let's be real. Our generation has been through it. We lived through Columbine, 9/11, mass shootings, multiple recessions, a pandemic, civil rights movements, climate crises, layoff cultures, aliens just casually existing, and now a civil rights movement wave 3. And the thing about it is, you know how we cope with all of this? How are we coping? With laughter. Because at this point, all we can do is laugh to keep from crying. And we're the generation that you don't want to sit next to at a funeral because you know an inappropriate sniggle, a giggle, or something is going to happen because we have no chill and we're so unserious. We are. And is it a trauma response? Maybe. Maybe. But also, that is how we survive because we've been through so much that we're numb to it. Where it's just like, what else can you throw at us? What else can you throw at me? Because right now, I mean, it's like I bet I can top it, or I'm not even phased anymore. So we laugh. We laugh to keep from crying. We laugh to get through it, and we're just so unserious. And it's just something that I just had to share with y'all. Cause like these are some of G's thoughts that I've been thinking about, and especially as we go through various situations or chapters in our lives, and we just laugh at it. I mean, and honestly, if anything else, TikTok has shown us how unserious we are as adults. Like we can't take nothing serious at all. At all. Just throw us away. Throw us away. But we have to still laugh at it and it still makes me smile because we get it and we're all in it together. And like I said before, we're all living the same life, boo. We are. And it's all good. And that's okay. So, those were just a couple of my thoughts that I just had to share on this episode. I'm going to keep this one easy breezy and light and bright. But I know y'all feel me. Like I said before, you know, she's still young out here, but also she grown and she very much in her auntie spirit. And if my aunties and unks out there, if y'all feeling me, y'all rocking with me. I know I'm not the only auntie and unc out there. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. All right, y'all. That's a wrap on today's episode of But Also, the Real Talk podcast for real life moments. And if you're feeling what you heard, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube so you never miss an episode. And while you're at it, share it with your homegirls, your other unks and aunties out there so they can get some of this action too. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at But Also _podcast. for more real talk, behind the scenes moments, and all the vibes in between. So thanks for kicking it with me today. And until next time, keep on keeping on, keep on thriving, keep on surviving, and embracing all of your moments, the good, the messy, and everything in between. All right, y'all. I'll holla.